Opening drive, it's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
On first down, Smith. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. A look at the numbers for Aguilar a week ago. 3 catches, 67 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Smith now to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing again is Smith out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Kirksey. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now defense gets there. And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw is Smith. Flush to his right. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So let's take a look here at the key inactives. And, Charles, I guess you get this late in the year, you expect to see some guys populating on this list.
You're exactly right. No one's happy about it, but it really shouldn't be a surprise. So the guys who are playing in their spots, in their stead, they have to step up now and make big plays for their team.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith. Pass incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming out of that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
To throw again on second down, Smith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, they go option to the right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it...
It's caught at the 10. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nelson Aguilar. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play.
Smith on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Todd. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? From the 50, it's Smith. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Smith. They go screen. This is Ingram. Room to run inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. Escaping the pressure right. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
From the red zone now, Smith. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. On second down, here's Smith. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get the field goal. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On second down, Hill. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They give it to Hill running right. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Smith. Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session if he said, hey, run that.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
You said where Miguel?
Yeah. Got loud people in the background. Excuse that noise.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen.
You didn't even sack me. I don't even know why you even looking at me.
You definitely don't want to throw it too late.
Like you
and that
doing,
way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
With your bum ass, nigga. Come on. Hut.
Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time? Or
Hurst,
do you think
I'm
he should
looking
protect
for you.
himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run.
Damn, I didn't even throw it.
He was able to do that on that play
Real
and picks up a
reception.
first down with a nice throw.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There was a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
12 yards there and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Lil Scott, I'm looking for you.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
I shouldn't just wait. Throw that flag.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On the carry, it's Hill.
This nigga here. Go outside, you clown. What are you doing? Come on.
Losing a yard on the play.
I ain't worrying about it. This is an automatic touchdown. My man is a specialist when it comes to these folks. That nigga's a specialist. That's his X factor. Post route running. Nigga.
That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They're able to convert on third down.
Give me an out route. Boykins, I'm looking at you.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence.
And he's going to go down.
I was looking at Mark Andrews. I wanted to, whoever that running back is, just to see it.
In there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
To throw on third down. Smith over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, yeah, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll go option to the short side.
I just knew you was going to pick up.
Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. They go option right on set, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
When the last time he had a bottle?
He doesn't need a lot of space for an electric run. He showed that there. Heck, they told us this week they were hoping he would break a big one. He just did.
And what did his offensive? I mean, remember we talked
some formula. Hey, fella.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Hill, he's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just a couple of minutes and escape with a win. On first down, it's Turner. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Smith going to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's time. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Now Smith. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun.
Now what? I told her you still going. Right?
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
She sounded more happy when I told her you was coming. She was like, for real?
And the last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, it's an important win for their playoff.
Just to come and know. But she told me she's the second worst thing in the whole universe.
But she is not a friend. She is your love. It is the time
Ladies and gentlemen,
that makes your blood so important.
ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
You must be.
Are you ready? Get ready,
Oh no, you're gonna cry? Not seeing you is telling me nothing at all.
This be the green light, go. Time's burning the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a stop so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credential. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls and the instrumental. Are you ready? Set.
Oh, and them niggas lost 10-5. Y'all got y'all ass whipped. Oh my goodness, y'all got y'all ass whipped, handed to you. Y'all still gonna win the division, but
When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio king pass.
Panthers had problems all game long. More through pass defense switch. Damn, that nigga threw 4 picks in that game against the damn Broncos. Went from 9 to 13. DJ got a bando. Scrape it. Oh, you man, you trying to get everybody good. Curtis. Y'all defense was alright. Straight Boston. Ronald Darby. Clinton Dixon. Man, y'all got a stick. What the fuck? Y'all got a stick back there. Clinton Dixon, Ed Reed, Ronald Darby, and Brad Berry, and DJ. Yeah, that's the wrong one. I think it's somewhere. Man, what you doing? Oh, that's with tuna burger and apple. Why you mute my, yeah. Nigga, I'm just playing. I'm not gonna... What? Man, get off my shit. Rocket like rocket fuel. I put in the work. There's a girl on my feet. I got a front on my feet. I got a front on my feet. She's sucking my dick.
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up, I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright, I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come in like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. This shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20.
Yeah. Damn, how long Hollywood out? Still coin behind now. Yeah. One more week. Hell yeah. Whew. Nigga come back playoff. He come back playoff. Damn, my nigga got a broken 50.
On first down, it's Smith. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Flushed out right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Throwing on first down. Smith being chased out left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that.
Oh, good game.
That's
on me. I'm mad as heck at that. I ain't read that blitz until late. Then Roethlisberger, sit your gun, old slinging ass down.
And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing.
Yo, I swear to God, I tried to throw it. Y'all cheated. Y'all cheated, man. Y'all still hand me in that animation. What is y'all doing? I'm tapping circle like a motherfucker.
Coordinator, and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
There's a ball thrown
put it
right
in
side
there.
and complete.
Back shoulder.
And they'll take
Real
him
quick.
down at the
3 for 3.
line.
Come on.
Good for 17 as they're
Let's
set
try
up
this
better
read
now
out.
for
This
third
bitch
down.
been working for a nigga.
And boy,
Like,
they had high praise for this
Come
rookie
on.
receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him on to the
42.
team. Height, weight,
You about to
speed,
let that
all
nigga
that.
go.
But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they
Hit him with
really
another
liked about
read.
him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
go big daddy. Get a good 3 yards.
3 yards
Good
on the
3
pickup
yards.
there, and it'll be second down.
Good 3
and
yards.
Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty
Hit him with
successful.
another read.
Give everyone
Let's hit him with
credit for
another
this one,
read.
because
He's
to
getting
me,
biting on the
when
run.
that
They're going to have to
happens,
play bump
key
and run.
guys are out. The next man steps up and plays well, but
Oh,
that starts
yeah.
with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out.
Face
Finding
man,
guys who are
serious.
capable
That's Jimmy
backups who can
Smith.
step
Jimmy
up and
Smith
play
play
when
for
they
the
need them.
Steelers. That
We see the
nigga's a
results of that.
traitor.
This team knows how to work through things.
19 yards the
These are my
pickup
boys.
there. Move the chains.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the go ahead pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to
Y'all
the second
had 3
level,
niggas
but
guarding
really
1
nice
man.
yardage.
That nigga must be
well
the
read.
truth.
Throwing there, but
Nigga.
this pass is going to wind up
Come on.
incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to
close
me, one
game.
thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have
Good
to get
job.
takeaways. You
I
got
was
to
in
get the ball
gambler
from
mode.
Yeah, win that
Man.
turnover battle, going to be key.
Glad
They
he
didn't
did,
get one
bro.
there, but you get the feeling they keep making
Man.
plays like that. They might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one,
But I ain't gonna throw
defensive
nothing
teams
like that
they
unless
come
I'm in
bunches.
the zone.
Smith now on third down.
Oh,
Forced
y'all
out to his
cheated.
left. He
They ain't know
opted
they
to go
didn't.
with
I
the
ain't got that
scramble,
thing where I
gets
can,
2
if I
yards,
turn,
and now
I'm
it's
fast.
fourth.
Yeah. Oh no!
And that will fall
I try to stay
incomplete.
hurt. Y'all need to hurry
They
up.
took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final
The
play
microphone, I'm ripping.
of this
The burner,
first
I got my
quarter.
clip
An
in.
incomplete pass
What's up,
leads to
Big
second and
Ben?
10 from the 25. Here's Smith to throw again. And an alley to run.
I had to get out of there. They got me panicking, man. I don't like this fella.
On a gain of 10.
Trying to throw the ball, fellas,
Well, he
but
did a nice job
I
keeping
feel
his eyes
so
downfield, waiting for someone to get
uncomfortable
open.
back there.
But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the
I'm
rush,
liking that.
it was time to make a break for it.
come on, Nelson.
On first down.
Come on. Big body receiver. Just dig to him. Come on. Get to the
They
line.
had a
Get
gain
to the
of 10
line.
last time, now a gain of 20 here.
We're gonna hit him with that read. They ain't even ready. I should have just said hurt.
They'll go out. with a short
what is y'all
side.
doing?
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him
I handed the ball off.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second
It's all
down.
good. Come on, Andrew. Todd, I'm looking at you. I own you, buddy.
Continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it.
Y'all made that bullet slot go a little bit too slow for me. DJ jump up next time. Come on, Todd. I'm looking at you. You got to be my man while Hollywood out, bro.
Things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible.
That's who been stepping up. That nigga, and y'all got this nigga overall that low. That nigga eating in preseason. Bodying these niggas. It's all good. Your overall gonna be at 7 years by the each time this season. In real life, nigga. Come on, boy. You my nigga. You too big for that. You my nigga. Come on. You my I see you.
They do have a
I'm
little
gonna dip and dunk, yeah. I'm gonna make y'all style me, yeah. I'm gonna make you do you don't wanna do, yeah. Who got it in who head? Yeah. Who got it in who head? Who head?
Too much of an effect on the game.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention. Because
you run past the ball, I threw it back shoulder. If I would have let it, you would have got messed up. You would have got clobber knocker. Lay lumberjack, nigga. Come on, y'all already been fumbling.
He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great
I'm about to say, I handed the ball off that time. Come on,
so fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it.
They can't handle this run game. That's what we about to do all game. Tying it down the throat. Tying it down the throat. Let's try to triple off. Tying it down the throat.
They were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys.
If you got hit by a safety and you 6'3", 303,
sort of goes
you
saw
the
risk of
that
the
ass.
option play. You can put the ball on the ground. They did there and turned it over.
So true, because you've got so
smoke?
many different decisions that have to.
What size? Cause you might probably end smoking now.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives and end zones.
I'm coming back. I'm about to go smoke real quick.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Smith. The quick slap caught. They didn't get...
Yeah.
I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back.
let's not forget. Tomorrow's an important day.
Touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just... And he'll get in! Touchdown, Baltimore! Mark Ingram. They'll start by running the option to the right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem for me.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
He wasn't ready.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mike, check, 59. Watch twist. Check 43.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still third down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Watch the pass. Go. Check 59, Mike.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And that will be incomplete. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Smith escaping the pressure right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Smith throwing on first down. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use.
It's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll bring up 4. On 1st and 10, Smith. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. From his goal line here, Smith steps away to his left. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Smith. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10, eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. That's good for 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's their quarterback. They'll start by running the option to the right. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything. Right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs. And
Squeeze, double.
play action. It's Smith. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Smith now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And now it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Devin Bush. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a...
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love it, hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got the bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest. No recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables. Now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it. That's what happens when you got dreams closer than imagine. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking. They don't even gotta say it. No. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
Friday.
So you go up there and get it? Go
To the mall over here, see if they got something in there.
Huh?
To the mall over here. Damn, I forgot what I was about to do.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on the jet across the road. I guess the road is my home. There's so many bills. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as Sylvester Stallone. They showing me love for my city. Gangs and hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Give everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go park with a squad. I'm playing my part. I'm LeBron. Rings of the team. I'm Phil Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of the dudes to the well. Don't worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me. Just win for me. Don't kill for me. Just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together. Leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart. I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS another loss. GPS another loss. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS company. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging all they taking notice, taking notice, taking
Determination, laser focus, banging on they though they taking notice.
Why y'all got my dude looking like that, man? They keep this game stupid. And my dude looking like that.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here
First Pro
tomorrow.
Bowl appearance, 2019. See what I get this year.
It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from last
Get it.
when they come to handles, never had one. When a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I get back up. I get back up.
I feel pretty proud.
You better call back up. I'm running in down to finish. I don't play get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it.
Ooh.
See me now.
I feel pretty dad and all that.
Damn, Christian out. That's why they losing. And they're rookie. Yeah. Because he said it's soft.
That's why we lose bonds all the time.
I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
I remember I kept playing these niggas and they kept putting me out one game. Oh, that was a Madden 19. Oh, and I got Hollywood back. We all black the whole playoffs. All the way to the Super Bowl. What? Hey, boy.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. With that, let's get up to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. There to call all the action. We welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Keep playing hard.
Still first down.
Out of the gun, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
To throw is Smith. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. Third down here. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Third and long, it's Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's time. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Flush to his right. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Throwing is Smith, rolling to his right. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Smith on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my...
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's their quarterback. Taking it in. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
After the interception, here's Smith. Buying time to his left. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. 23 yards for the...
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Dolphins have got it. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Back to the air. Smith on second down. And complete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off of play action. Here's Smith. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Let's go, D. That's what I'm talking about, D.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith being chased out left. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 15. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback is scrambling around, actually takes off and runs downfield, and that's exactly what he did.
44, Mike, 44.
From the red zone now, Smith. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And the Ravens taking the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
From the 38, Smith. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Throw left side complete. It's Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Let's make these babies.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second and goal, here's an option play left. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll buy some time right. Touchdown, Ravens. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball running it, but not in that situation. I mean, I think we got an example of why NFL coaches really don't like their quarterback in the running game.
Because whether he keeps it or not, he's likely going to take a hit, isn't he?
No doubt about it. And defenses, they're looking to put that hit on a quarterback.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Smith. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He is putting on a show in this second quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. They'll come out in the pistol. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of...
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Push him back. Watch the eye. Switch. Shift.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. The playoffs are underway. The first of 4 games this week.
All right, hang on.
You.
On first down, it's Smith. Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for a Raven first down. 15 yards there. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. fake it. Now Smith. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's Ingram, and he's able to get this one down to about the 40. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's time. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 4-yard touchdown run. First down, Smith got his man complete over the middle. It's Todd, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. A gain of 3, second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Ingram again. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
They'll go option to the short side. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, it's Hill. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Smith towards the end zone for Brown. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's... The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they called the field general.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll keep it on the ground. Ingram, and he's going to take this down to about the 17. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Smith going to throw it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battle. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dame pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey,
we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots. With that, let's head on up to Foxborough. Standing by with the call at Gillette Stadium, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, it's a site that has seen more than its fair share of great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in store as we've got playoff football again at sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest. You'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Smith now on 1st and 10. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down.
Partner sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Here's Smith on 1st down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Buying time to his left. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taking off with it. What a big time.
And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here's Smith, escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
2nd and 10, Smith again. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one good for 26 and a first down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Play action. It's Smith being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Smith throwing again. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. Smith throwing on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. And 8. On first down, Smith. Flush to his right. This will be caught inside the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Throwing on first down, Smith. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And now here come the Ravens. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run the option right here on first down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Steps away to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way in. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? The quarterback gets hit.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A gain there of 21 yards. It's to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now Smith dancing to his left. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Smith on first down. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens...
Check 53. Come on. Come on, D. Check 53 is mine. Check 53 is mine. Check out.
The final shot here before break. Smith buying time to his left. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Joe. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there. And now it's second down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
Looks to me, earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun, Smith. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And all the way way down to the 24-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do this.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 49 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run from the pistol with Ingram. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
That was really well done right there. They almost looked like a training camp drill, able to get outside of the pocket, kept his eyes downfield, and found his tight end for a nice 1st down. Much more difficult play than maybe he made it look.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the keeper from 6 yards.
Ready. Henry. Check 53. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up,
On 1st and 10, Smith. He's going to wind up and air it out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
On 2nd and 10, Smith escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Back to throw, Smith. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. A Emmanuel Ogbah able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. On 1st down, it's Smith. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. Now Smith on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. Now he's and that's caught inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has a total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic. Maybe some concern?
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown. Now it's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
Smith now to throw. Rolling to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick? Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Lo, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a faucet. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the gang, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Lo, time to bring the bass bird.